Breaking news right now, speaking of busted pipes, for more than 1 million people across Montgomery and Prince George's County, right now everyone who uses WSSC water is being asked to only use it for the essentials. And we want to be clear here, the water is safe to drink. You do not need to boil it before you use it, but they're asking you to do this to prevent a boil water notice while WSSC Water continues to work on broken water main breaks and leaks from the winter storm. People in D.C. are not impacted, we're told. Matt Gregory is tracking this for us in Clinton, Maryland. Matt.
Annie, we just got this alert that came out a bit ago. Folks here in this neighborhood right off of Denton Drive, they are just now kind of hearing about it. But again, it's not really as in the past we've seen boil orders, right? And that's sort of one where we see everyone flooding to the grocery store. This is just asking not to excessively use water. But we're going to keep monitoring it here at WSNI to make sure it doesn't get worse. Now, we came to Denton Drive because last year, this was one of the streets that during one of our storms just didn't quite, at least people living here said, didn't quite get the attention it needed. It was hard to kind of get through 2-3 days after the storm, and there didn't seem to be much plow work. So came out here today, and they have mixed reviews today, but I want to give you an idea of what Denton Drive looks like at this point. So you can see plows have been through, but there's still chunks of sludge and ice. Now, Caitlin will tell you more about this, but this is where it's going to be a bit of a problem, right? Like this right here, this is fine. It breaks off kind of right under my feet. If you can get a shot there, Eric, my photographer. So this right now is what is kind of there. It's like a layer of ice, but it's easily to break up right there. The problem is going to be later on tonight, right, when we're expecting to see those single-digit temperatures. That's when all of this that's melting now has potential to refreeze. Now, you'll say, hey, Matt, there's salt applied. Well, from what we know about salt, salt actually loses its ability to melt ice and snow as it gets below 15 degrees. So that's something to keep in mind. Single digits means this, which is sludge now, if you moved around, this could freeze. But just how bad is it already, right? I mean, I've been talking to folks in the neighborhood, and I'm going to step on this yard, but I'm not going to go very far because look at this. This is a thick patch of ice on top of the snow. You see it kind of crunching under my feet. Right here, I can get my feet through, but then in other places, you kind of get to a spot where you're like that, skating on the top of and underneath of this, I can't even break through it really. Underneath of it is about, it looks like several inches of snow underneath of a thing of ice, and it's a pretty thick layer there. I mean, I found some of this that I pulled up earlier right here. Look how thick this is. I'll come a little bit closer just kind of give you an idea of how thick the ice is out here. Look at that. That's about an inch or so of hardened snow and ice. That's the sleet. That's everything mixing together, and it ain't coming across easily. We were talking earlier to my friend over here, Russell. Russell's over here still trying to dig out. I would go over and speak to him, but on my way over last time, I started slipping and sliding. So we have more coming up later on this afternoon, but we'll check on now. Russell, how you doing?
Doing better now. Got a path going, so I'm getting a lot better.
He says he's doing better now. He's got a path going. He's moving, but you can see he's using a metal shovel, and even further down the street, other folks have gone from that plastic shovel to the metal one. So this is what people are dealing with, right? As we're trying to dig out, you have these extreme temperatures coming up tonight that are going to continue to make this ice. This street, like I said, mixed reviews from some of the folks who live on it. Some folks say, hey, the county could do a better job. Other folks have said this is probably about as good as they can do. We're going to be checking with Prince George's County officials to see where they are in the process of getting roads clear. We're also checking Montgomery County officials as well to find out. But the big headline today as we're digging out is this order from Washington, from WSSC about keeping essential water use on the table as opposed to boil orders or your normal water use. They said make sure it's essential, no excessive flushing, excessive use of water. This is a time to conserve because there have been so many little water main breaks because of these low temperatures. So that's something to really keep in mind as we're getting into the afternoon and into tonight, especially as the temperatures are going to drop. I mean, right now, as we've been speaking, if the microphone is picking up any wind, there is a breeze that feels like it's bringing with it some Arctic-esque temperatures. So we'll see how that progresses into tonight and then into tomorrow. But for now, in Clinton, Maryland, I'm Matt Gregory. Back to you.
Yeah, Matt, it sounds like WSSC officials are trying to make or get ahead of what could be a worse situation. I mean, they're dealing with 33 breaks and leaks now, and we know that could only get worse as the temperatures dip, right? Matt, we're going to need you to grab an extra shovel and help our man Russell.
Yeah, if he had a shovel, I'll get over there and do it.
Okay,
it's
good.
no problem. I still got a good back, I think.
All right, yes.
We'll see.
Okay, thanks,
See you,
Matt.
Annie.